Hello everyone. No, it's not James May unboxing Dyson's latest upright vacuum cleaner, despite the shirt. I'm sorry for any James May fans that have tuned in thinking that I am James May, but no, I'm not. But I do buy all his old shirts from his local Oxfam shop. Okay, without any further ado, let's get this open. This is the Dyson Light Ball multi-floor, currently Dyson's latest upright vacuum cleaner to be launched in the UK. And at the time of making this video, it's on offer for around £200. So I thought I would give it a go. I was quite impressed with the Dyson DC40 I tested on my channel a while ago, and this is supposed to be even better than that. So without any further ado, let's get it open. They seem to have used a lot of glue on the lid of this box, but I managed in the end. Okay, let's see how we're supposed to open this. Lots of individual parts, but I think assembly should be quite straightforward. So this is the latest design of floor head. This is the Dyson Light Ball multi-floor, and it's a very big brush roll. It actually incorporates the motor inside of it, so it does clean quite close to the edge. Certainly on this side there is a bit more of a gap. You can apparently replace this brush roll when you have to. Now Dyson have done away with the black carbon fibre brushes that they use on some of their turbo brushes and uprights. A lot of people have said that they wear down far too quickly. So now on this particular new Dyson, we've only got these red nylon brushes. So next out of the box, we have the Stair tool. It's got Dyson's new click fitting. Some of the older Dyson accessories, if you've got an older machine, won't fit this vacuum cleaner. So you will need some sort of adapter. I'm not sure if Dyson supply it. You'll have to check their website. But all the new Dyson models seem to come with this new quick release system. Right, next out of the box, we've got the handle. Very lightweight, but it's all plastic. And this forms the handle of the vacuum and the spine of the vacuum when it's attached. But when you use it with the hose, this is also the extension wand. So that's the handle that incorporates at the top your cord storage hook that you rotate to release the cord in one go. And there's also this little wand cap at the top. Very light and quite comfortable. So use that obviously to steer the vacuum in upright mode. That, I believe, is for holding the small tools. And speaking of the other small tools, we have this combination nozzle. So this and the Stair tool are the only nozzles you get with this version. If you go for the animal version, which at the moment is considerably more expensive, you also get the tangle-free turbine brush. But if you haven't got pets, then it's not really worth the extra. But I think it is probably, if you want the tangle-free turbine, if you buy this for under 200, it is probably cheaper to buy the turbine brush separately. So here is the combination tool, which is a crevice and dusting tool in one. You've got a little button here. So you can slide this completely off and use the crevice tool for doing down the sides of your chairs, inside your car. And with the brush on, you can use that for your high level dusting, your Venetian blinds, etc. So you can leave it on the attachment like that, but just push it up out of the way. When it's on the machine, this is what it sits on. That slides into the machine. And also, I believe you are supposed to just store the Stair tool. So that's your sort of three tools, a two-in-one and the separate Stair tool. That's how they fit on the vacuum. I'll be showing you that, of course, slightly later on in this video. And here we have a help sheet and all your instructions. I'll quickly read out the energy label. This uses the new energy label, the one that was introduced in 2017, September 2017. There's a new EU energy requirements and performance requirements for vacuums. So this is model UP22 Dyson Light Ball. It gets an A rating For electricity, this now goes up to A+++. So it gets an A, which uses on average 28 kilowatt hours per annum. It gets an A rating for dust emissions, so this is a good choice for allergy sufferers, but of course when you come to empty a bagless vacuum, you can be exposing yourself to the dust and allergens. It gets a C rating for dust pickup from carpet, a C rating for dust pickup from a hard floor, and it's 80 decibels, which is the maximum now allowable under new EU law. So you can't have vacuums that are over 80 decibels produced for EU countries. I'll look at the instructions in more detail later. Right, I think now it's the rest of the machine. So the only assembly I can see would be to assemble the cleaning head and the handle. So I've had previous trouble getting Dysons out of the boxes. Now that was a little bit easier. So let's take off the wrapping. So if this is as good or better than the DC40, I think this will be, especially at the offer price of £200, I think this might be a Dyson to go for if you want a well, I was going to say bagged. If you want a corded vacuum cleaner, should I say, rather than one of Dyson's popular cordless machines. Okay. Let's remove this wrapping. So we've got the mains cable, which seems a decent length on this, and we've got the hose. I'll be seeing if this actually reaches up a standard flight of stairs, which in the UK is 13 steps. Just a little bit more packaging to remove. Let's take the bin off and remove this. That's nothing, that's just a bit of packaging. Pop that away. Okay, let's clear the decks and we'll assemble this vacuum cleaner. Here are all the component parts out of the box. The first thing we need to do is to assemble the cleaner head to the vacuum. First, carefully lay the Dyson Light Ball on its back, and then all we need to do is click the cleaner head into place onto this inlet here. So you just offer it up this way, slide it on until it clicks, and that's it. When the machine is in the upright position, you need to fix the handle to the cleaner. So all you have to do is put the tube end of the handle into the hose, push it down, but also press on this little red button as you're doing so. Slide it down carefully and push it into the top of the machine until it clicks. The tool holder fits on the cleaner here. You just need to slide it into position this way up. So just locate it above the groove, push it down, and it should click into place. At this stage we can refit the bin if you took it off for assembly. Just locate it at the bottom and push it towards the top until it clicks. And then now we can store the tools on board here. The cord is stored on the cleaner by wrapping it around the fixed bottom hook and the swivel hook near the top of the handle. The newly designed floor head incorporates a 3-position suction control. When you unpack your Dyson Light Ball, you'll probably find the suction control in its middle setting. Now the middle setting, according to the instructions, is for lightly soiled carpets and floors and for picking up larger debris. So in the middle position, in theory, it shouldn't snowplow larger pieces on your floors and carpets. For cleaning light rugs, and if you find the machine hard to push, you can select the minimum setting here. And that's also for deep pile carpets and delicate hard floors. If you want the full maximum power from this machine, the best dirt pickup, you need to push it to the plus position. That'll give you the best pickup for deeply ingrained dirt, but you might find the machine a bit harder to push on that setting, and also the larger debris pickup may be reduced when you're using it on max. But for general day-to-day use, you'll probably be finding it's okay to use the middle setting. The Dyson Light Ball has two motors. One provides the suction and the other drives the rotating brush bar. For hard floors and delicate carpets and rugs, you can have the brush bar off. In the upright position, the brush bar is automatically switched off. When you recline the machine to the operating position, the brush bar will come on as the default setting. If you need to turn the brush bar off for floors and delicate carpets and rugs, simply press the silver button and then you'll have suction only. To use the cleaning tools, simply flip up the wand cap, grab the handle by the red part and pull upwards. Pulling out the extension wand as you go, you can now extend the hose and use the cleaning tools. You can either attach the cleaning tools to the end of the wand, or by pressing the little red button here, you can attach any of the cleaning tools directly to the hose. You should always empty the bin before it reaches its max fill line, and Dyson recommend you wash the filter at least once a month. To empty the cleaner, simply press the red button here at the top of the handle and remove the whole cyclone and bin assembly. To actually empty it, you press the red button again and you'll see the flap opens at the bottom and the debris will fall into your bin. While I've got the bin off the cleaner, I'll show you where the filter is. Just under the handle here, there's a little tab marked filter. Simply open that and then pull out the filter from inside. Wash this under running water, or you can actually submerge it in water, agitate it about, squeeze it, and then leave it to dry somewhere naturally. Don't leave it over direct heat. Leave it to dry for around 24 hours and then place it back in the machine here and then close the lid. Dyson also recommend you should wash the exhaust filter at least once a month. The exhaust filter on the light ball is located here behind this blue screw. Simply unscrew it, and as you can see, I've laid the machine on its side. It gives you easier access to the filter. When that's loosened up, you should be able to remove one half of the ball assembly and you'll see the washable filter. Turn it anti-clockwise, then you can clean the filter under running water. Once it's thoroughly dry, reassemble it, line up the arrows and twist until it locks, and then pop the half of the ball assembly back on. It might be a bit tricky to line up with the screw. There we go. Once you've lined it up, you should be able to screw the blue screw top into the side of the machine. You'll know when it's tight because you'll hear a ratchet noise, like that, and that's the filter reassembled. Well, that's almost the end of my video for today, but before I go, I'm going to put down some dirt on a carpet and a floor to see how well the Dyson Light Ball picks it up. I'm also going to see how far the stretch hose reaches up a standard flight of stairs. A standard flight of stairs in a UK home is approximately 12 or 13 steps. In my home, which is a new build property, I've got 12 steps up to the top, just where you can see at the top of the screen. There is a 13th step which forms the landing. So on the 12th step, that's a half landing. Okay, let's see how far I can reach using this stretch hose and the wand. Right, I can just about reach, if you can still hear me, the 11th step, but the nozzle isn't flat, so I'm not going to get the best performance because the nozzle is at quite an angle here. So there's no way I'm going to reach my half landing, which would be a 12th step, and certainly I will not be able to reach a 13 steps with this Dyson. It's a bit of a shame. I did expect this because I've read on some of Dyson's social media that a few customers have complained that they can't reach to the top of the stairs. So that's a bit of a shame for this Dyson Light Ball. So if you do want to clean your stairs, and obviously when the machine's running, you're going to have the suction forcing the hose back. As you contract to the end, the hose will tend to want to come back into the machine. So you're sort of fighting against it a bit somehow. It is fairly light, hence the name Light Ball, so it is possible to hold the machine. You can balance it on one of the steps higher up, hold it at the top and then clean the rest of the staircase in this fashion. But a lot of vacuum cleaners I've tested do actually reach right to the top of the stairs without you having to pick the machine up. So that's one negative point about this Dyson Light Ball. Okay, so I'm in my kitchen now and I put down quite a lot of dirt, as you can see. This consists of rice, rolled oats, flour and loose leaf tea. So we've got a good example of different sized particles. Obviously this is a lot of mess. You shouldn't have this sort of mess to cope with. For this demo, initially I'm going to use the brush bar spinning. Now you can turn the brush bar off for delicate carpets and floorings. This is a pretty hard wearing floor, so I'm going to leave the brush bar spinning. I'm also going to leave the suction control on the middle setting. Okay, let's have a go. Now that is a pretty impressive result. It hasn't snowplowed anything. Now I thought I might have to change the setting on the cleaner head to allow for the larger particles, but on the middle setting, which is what I think you'll be using the vacuum cleaner on most, it has basically picked everything up. It's not pushed a load of the debris to the front of the nozzle as so many vacuum cleaners do. It's left the odd tiny particle. I mean, just at the sides here, there's some rolled oats and there's some of the tea leaves, but all in all that is a very clean path. And what's more impressive, it's actually got the flour up as well. There really is not a hint of dirt on this floor. This is the first time I've done such a test using this vacuum, and I'm pretty impressed with it. Right, I've got some more dirt to clean up. I'm just going to see, just for balance, see what it's like without the brush bar turning. So if you've got more delicate floor, you don't want it scratched, we'll just see if it's going to pick up. So I'm going to move the machine over to this side and use it with just the suction. I veered off course slightly, but that is equally impressive. So you don't need the brush running if you're bothered about your floors being scratched. Use the Dyson Light Ball multi-floor on your hard floors and I think you'll get impressive results like I've got. I'm really impressed with this vacuum cleaner so far. Before I finish the hard floor demo, I'm going to see how well the Dyson Small Ball cleans up to the edge. First of all, using the machine frontways on up to the skirting board, and then I'll use it sideways on. Okay, in this case I'm going to have the brush roll running. I'm pretty surprised that it cleaned that well front ways on. There is a little bit of flour left, I have to be honest, because the brush doesn't reach right up to the front in order to sweep the flour away, but the suction channel certainly reaches right to the front. That is impressive again. Quite as good as going front ways on, but that's because when I pulled the machine back I did move slightly away from the skirting board. So I'll just try that again. Well, as you can see, if you can see, it has left a grain of rice there and a little bit of flour I think, and maybe tiny grain of the tea, but all in all it cleans very well up to this side. Right then, I'm going to see how well this Dyson Light Ball picks up pet hair from a short pile carpet. As you can see, I've left the container full of all the debris I picked up off the kitchen floor, but it's not up to the max fill line yet, so I should be okay to use it. Okay, well, let's just pass the machine backwards and forwards through all of Daisy the Dachshund's hair and see how well it performs. Now, to me, it still looks like there is some hair there. It has done a better job than the Dyson DC40. Up to the point of buying this, I thought the Dyson DC40 was one of the best Dyson uprights I've used until I got the light ball. But it hasn't quite done such a good job. As you can see, as I'm pushing my fingers through this short pile carpet, it is revealing some of Daisy's hair that it didn't pick up on the first 2 strokes. I'm sure if I was to go back and forth a few times it would pick up more, but this time actually I'm going to use it on the plus setting, which is meant for more heavily soiled carpets, but I wonder if it'll improve the pet hair pickup. I'm just going to finish cleaning the rest of Daisy's hair up using the light ball on the plus suction setting. Now it's picked most of it up. It's still not a complete clean sweep. There is bits still left in the carpet. It's done a very good job though, but it's not perfect. I'd probably give it about a 4 out of 5. Obviously, this is an extreme example. When I've been using this machine around the house, it always has a lot of pet hair in the bin. So for day-to-day use, for picking up pet hair, it should be fine. But Daisy's hair, especially when I've furminated her, which is what I've just done to get the hair off her, that underbelly hair, as they call it, does tend to stick rather a lot to the carpet. But all in all, a pretty good effort, but not 100%. Okay, I'll put down some general dirt on this carpet, on this pile, and I'll finish the video by seeing how well it picks up debris on a longer pile carpet. For my last demonstration, I'm going to see how well the cleaner picks up general dirt on 2 types of carpet. A slightly thicker plush pile here, and this is a short pile man-made fibre. Okay, so I'm going to use the middle setting again. I still haven't emptied the bin. I just have to point out that I emptied a vacuum bag that has been used in various demos, which did include a lot of polystyrene, because I demonstrated a toy vacuum cleaner using polystyrene balls. So you might have seen, I'm not sure if the camera picked up, but the exhaust air from the Dyson has actually blown a lot of them to one side. Obviously, this is not a typical demo. It's just an extreme demonstration just to see how well it picks up. But can you see the difference where I've just gone over? Pretty good, isn't it? So we'll just try it on this type of carpet. Now I have found when vacuuming this type of carpet I do have to reduce the suction. It is a bit difficult to push. It's very hard to push on maximum on this plush carpet, but it's a lot easier on the minimum setting. I'm going to keep it on the mid setting. But again, that really is a pretty impressive result. Well, I've just gone over the max fill line, so it's time to end the video. I'm really impressed with this Dyson Light Ball vacuum cleaner. It does an excellent job on hard floors, cleans up to the edge and front ways on. It's acceptable for pet hair, and it does an excellent job for cleaning general debris from carpets. Couple of criticisms. involve the hose. I don't really like the hose setup on the Dyson. I never have done. It's a little bit awkward, and as you saw, it doesn't quite reach to the top of the stairs. I would recommend this machine though. It has a 5-year parts and labour guarantee. Now when I bought it, it was £200, but at the time of finishing the video, it has gone back up. But many retailers are now selling the Light Ball Animal for around £200. It's exactly the same model as this, but it also includes the tangle-free turbine. So for £200 for the Animal version, I would thoroughly recommend the Dyson Light Ball. If you have any comments or questions about this vacuum cleaner, please comment below, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.